An English scientific journal not long since gave an account of an attempt made by Doctor Arthur Stradling, surgeon on board a British man-of-war, to test the bite of a rattlesnake on his own person using antidotes. Dr. Stradling had shut himself up in his cabin after midnight with ligatures, ammonia, nitric acid, brandy, and the serpent Crotalus horridus. The snake was a small one, with about 2 rattles, but he was lively and not at all inclined to lend himself to the cause of science. When the doctor introduced his gloved hand into the box, proposing to be bitten on the fleshless part of the wrist, the snake sprang out at the other arm and inflicted 2 punctures, leaving the fang in one. Dr. Stradling shut the snake up, pulled out the fang with forceps, and sat down to write out his sensations and to apply his remedies. He had no sensations, however, and thus applied no remedies. About 4 hours later, he suddenly perceived a lump rising on his arm and turned to the table to get the nitric acid when he became dizzy and fell on his cot, insensible. There he was found an hour or 2 later, paralyzed in the lower extremities, his breath scarcely perceptible, his eyes fixed and glassy. Frightful convulsions followed, and it was only after the most vigorous treatment with brandy, sulfuric acid, and ammonia for 2 days that he rallied. He was as weak, says his attending physician, as a baby, and a mere lay figure for the exhibition of beef tea, arrowroot, and misplaced sympathy. No good could possibly result from so foolhardy an experiment. Dr. S. Weir Mitchell, the eminent American specialist in nerve diseases, made the poison of the rattlesnake and its remedy the subject of years of study and experiment. His monograph on the subject was published by the Smithsonian Institution. The result of his researches was that no known specific antidote against the bite of this serpent is so certain as whiskey swallowed until the patient becomes drunk. The hunters and trappers of the lower Alleghenies reached this conclusion long ago without any scientific research. We've heard among them of innumerable instances of bites, but of none that proved fatal when whiskey was taken in time and in sufficient quantity, though in cases where the snake was old and its fangs full of venom, the health of the victim was injured for life.
Arthur Stradling's recent death from snake bite in Ceylon was a peculiarly sad affair. He was engaged in pursuing herpetological studies in the neighborhood of Bogantalawa when he came upon a species of Russell viper, known to the natives as tikpalonga, a reptile of the most dangerous variety. The doctor was bitten by this terror of Ceylon and died 6 hours afterward. Dr. Stradling was making investigations on behalf of the London Zoological Gardens.